It is the time to plan out for the competitive examinations. Since this year and the last year, we can see the time left from the point of view of engineering entrance exam, that is the JEE mains, is very less. बहुत कम टाइम रह गया आपके लिए JEE मेंस को करने के बाद, आपके बोर्ड्स के बाद. बोर्ड्स आर गोइंग टू एग्जॉस्ट बाय 20th of March or so, and your JEE main, even if the online papers are there, the maximum last date would be around 10 to 12 April. What you have to think, what should be in your mind, you should be very clear. See, when you prepare for the boards, there is a complete syllabus which you have to study, because from any corner the question can come and you have to attempt the full paper. That is the main thing in a board examination. But now let's talk of the difference in the competitive exam. The competitive exam in itself is a relative examination where you have to score relatively well than the others. If you score 20 marks and the other people are scoring 19 marks, then you are the selected one. If you score 80 marks but other people score 81, then you are not selected. So mind you, this is the main difference. So here how we must plan to use our timing in a short span for competitive exam. To be a good knowledgeable person of physics, mathematics, chemistry or biology, whatever it might be, you might require a detailed information of all the chapters, concept of all the chapters and their similar type of questions. But for the competitive exam, you should be very clear that the examination, the MCQ will be not from single chapter, it will be from covering almost all the syllabus. So there are certain points of the syllabus, there are certain parts of the syllabus which you might find weaker generally. So you need not to emphasize on that, rather go for your strengths. And this is not only true for competitive exam but for your life also. It's always recommended that 70% you look after your strength, 20% you look after new ventures, and 10% you look after your weakness. Our problem is we look after our weakness more. You should look after our strength. जब आप अपनी पॉजिटिव स्ट्रेंथ को देखेंगे तो आप अपने काम को बेहतर कर पाएंगे. So we try to look after the strength. And secondly, for any examination, how much do we have to score, how much do we have to finalize? You see, from the time when I got selected in IIT, that was 1979, till date, I can tell you that the people who score 60 to 70% in any competitive exam, whether it's AIPMT or any medical exam or JEE or any other engineering exam, you are comfortably through and amongst the top rankers. And if you score 40% and above, you are definitely into the entrance level bracket for a normal exam. So our aim is to enter the exam right now. If you score well, there's no harm. You can try as much as you want. But let's try to analyze. You get the analysis over here that if you make your studies based on two factors. One is the accuracy in the exam, and secondly, timing of your examination. Can you complete the paper in your full given stipulated time? How much accuracy you can do for those questions? That's what is more important. Now, remember, supposing you attempt 100% of the paper with 55% of the accuracy, that simply means 100 into 55, that is 55% minus 10.25 I have taken because of the negative marking in the MCQ. You land up with 44.25%. Similarly, if you attempt 90% of the paper with 60% of the accuracy, 54% you get it, and 10% is reduced because of negative marking, and 44 is your score. Similarly, we have calculated all these things. So we are left with the best marking comes in this region, where you can see that 70 to 80% of the syllabus is done with 70 to 80% accuracy. In fact, if you go down further, 65% of the syllabus with 85% of the accuracy, it is again you are getting fetching more marks. The important thing is to final marking, and here you say the main important factor is the accuracy. The 100% paper cannot be attempted, that you must understand very well, because of the time made available for such examinations. The only thing what you can do is try to have the examination. Here you can see, if you apply 55% syllabus with 100% accuracy, you get 55%. That's amongst topper. So the first thing is, you should try to analyze which are your weak topics, you leave them. Which are your strong topics? First of all, concentrate on small but strong topics, so that you attain this region. Once you attain this region, then attempting the balance part will be much more easier. So to cut short, important thing is, try to understand your syllabus, the topics which are easier for you, which are comfortable with you. For example, for any student, I think class 12th will be much more comfortable, because class 11th you have studied a year back, and class 12th itself comprises of roughly 55%, 50 to 55%. If class 12th itself is completely done, you might get 55% marks, as it is confirmed in this figure over here. But since you might say some topics are slightly weaker, so in the subsequent videos you might find which topics I feel are more important for the AIEEE, which is converted to now JEE Mains these days, or other examination. That will be in subsequent videos. But right now you have to plan such that in the shorter span of time you give the best part, and for that, with the accuracy and the amount of syllabus could be reduced to a great extent. But simultaneously you must increase your efficiency in the accuracy. Once accurate marks are more, you can score well. Though in that case you are solving less questions, that means the time available per question is also increased. So for all these, the more important thing is your accuracy. You can reduce your syllabus a little bit. That's what you should always keep in mind. For any type of doubts, you can refer to my mail addresses. Email addresses are there. You can contact me for the online practices for the examination on our web portal. For that, you can just give your requirement at my email IDs, and you will get the prompt response, which will make you enable for any type of guidance by a person who is already guiding the people for the same age group for last more than 20 years. Thank you.